I'm Michael Burgess from VR Fish, and in this video we're looking at how we can handle and release sharks above 1 metre.
Shark Bites. Catch, care, conserve.
Today I've got my guest Ben Scullin, who does a variety of fishing, both freshwater and marine. Ben, tell us about some of the things some general advice about handling and catching these large sharks.
Well, Mike, I think the first thing you need to do is to have a plan that you're going to catch a big shark. The second thing is to use the appropriate gear in order to minimise fight times and to land the shark if you want to keep it, and then also to understand that this will be a big fish and that safety is important, especially the big gummy sharks that might be pregnant females. We want to give them the best chance of survival possible.
So Ben, talk us through the importance of using a circle hook when we're out fishing for shark arrays.
Mike, I think there's two reasons I want to use a circle hook while fishing for sharks and rays. One is the ease of hookup, but of course the real reason I'm using it is because I'm more likely to hook the fish inside of the mouth rather than in the gut, and therefore deliver a better survival rate.
And Ben, for those people that might be transitioning from a traditional J hook to a circle hook, it's a slightly different way that we would fish, isn't there?
Well, there is. There's one consideration you need to think about is that you don't strike the fish. You allow the fish to take the hook into the corner of its mouth.
All right, Ben, what are you thinking you've got on here?
Well, Mike, I'm thinking that I've got something big. I can feel the head shakes, and it's the short runs, but I can also feel the tail slapping the line. So I'm pretty sure I've got a shark.
Okay. What stage do we know whether this could be a dangerous shark or a harmless one?
Look, we'll assume that it's dangerous at all times. We're about to see the shark. I'm thinking it might be a big 7-gill or a big female gummy, so we'll be preparing now to release this shark.
All right, fantastic. So I think that's where you yourself trying to sort of bring in and reduce that fight time, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we've cleared the rods, there's plenty of space, everyone has their spot. We're now ready to bring this shark in.
I guess if that shark started to take that line out a lot more, we might have to have moved the boat.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a really big shark, like a big bronze whale or something, and it was peeling line, you've only got a certain amount. You want to minimise the fight time, you will need to go and, chase the shark and pick the line back up.
Gotcha. So Steve, if we've got a really large shark, we might have to drop the anchor and follow that shark while we're winding in.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So a lot of the time we will chase sharks. If they're offshore, we don't generally anchor for them anyway, but if we are in a situation where we've hooked something accidentally and we need to pull the anchor up, we can just run a snap hook and a float to that. I've got a big buoy up the front, so that'll allow me just to drop the anchor, leave the float out, and then we're ready to go and get the anchor as soon as the shark's all in.
All right, so it's looking like this particular shark's going to be well over that 1 metre mark. So if this is going to be something we're going to release, we're probably going to be thinking about releasing the shark while it's still in the water.
Oh, definitely. This would be too big to bring into the boat. You don't want to lift these big fish out without the right equipment. You need a cradle because they're not made for living on land. You'll actually tear internal organs by lifting them the wrong way out of the water.
All right, Ben, so we've got a fairly large 7-gill shark. They're obviously a very active shark still, so we do have to step through this release, don't we?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is a big fish. It will, slap you in the face. It will pull you. It can still bite, even though it hasn't got the big sharp teeth of a toothed shark. So you do have to be careful. There's also a hook somewhere that you need to be careful.
And that's why I guess it's really important to wear some gloves here.
So you can see the circle hooks in the corner of the mouth. Clean cut, all done.
So part of the release, Steve, it's important we keep the boat moving forward, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. So we really want to keep that water flow through the shark's gills just to make sure it's got the best chance of survival after we do release it.
Particularly for those people who maybe don't have that experience or confidence, just cutting the line, there's no shame that, is there?
No, and quite often we're on a slippery surface. We've got to think about safety. If the shark's got teeth, you obviously don't want to put your hand anywhere near its mouth. The hook will have minimal impact on the shark. It's in the corner of the mouth. As long as the line is cut close enough to the hook that there's not an entanglement issue with a streaming trace. That's about all you need to worry about.
And I guess what we could have done was had some bolt cutters to cut the hook.
And one of the things to remember, especially if you're fishing from land base, is not to bring the shark over the rocks. Look for a nice safe place to land the fish and then move the fish to you. So in summary, for the big sharks, the best advice is to have a plan. Have a plan on how you're going to boat the shark, how you're going to clear the rods and the deck, have someone on the trace. If you want to know more, visit the website www.sharkmates.com.au or head over to the YouTube channel.